What's going on, guys? Thank you very much for clicking on the video.
Whoa, they're my subscribers. Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. So, today we're back in the woods. As you know, myself, Mike, Amber's here as well. We're going to be sleeping here tonight. We're going to do an overnighter. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned, follow the journey. Well, as you can see, the bark that we wedged onto this little wooden pontoon has floated off. I don't know how, but it has. Amber. So we just made this makeshift fishing rig using a bit of cordage, well, 3 bits of cordage made up. And if I just get Amber to get out of the tangle. So the idea is to throw this past the bark and hopefully, well, not hook it, because it probably won't hook it, but try and drag it towards us. It might take quite a few attempts. And I bet you Amber goes after it.
She just fell in.
Amber, not again. Oh no. That's not done it any good. It's further away now.
I think Amber.
Amber, come. Come here. Come here. Oh no, we're not looking good.
No,
Mike.
she's coming. Yeah. Oh, I think you've nailed it.
Oh, look at it.
Look at it, here he comes. It's like a crocodile.
Oh no.
Oh, it's got momentum. Gotta be, that's the one.
This is it.
That's the one.
This is one.
After all that peeling.
Yeah, we weren't letting that get away.
That was not staying in that lake.
Oh yeah, there we are. Rescued from the lake. Right, let's go put it on.
Yeah.
So we've got this piece of bark. It's a little bit too tall, it's a bit too long. We're just going to trim it down using the axe. Let's go. And there we are. Oh, the roof cap. Should we do the roof cap?
Roof cap, let's get it.
Kind of like that. That goes. Yeah. Once it's done. Yeah. Woo, it's pretty hot. So we've got this boar hide. We're now going to turn it into a door. Let's see what happens. And there you go, there's our boar hide door. We just need lots of deer hides, put them in there. Yes, there are a few holes, but we'll see what happens. It shouldn't rain tonight, fingers crossed. It's time for a bit of food, and for that we need a fire. So I'm just collecting a few of these twigs. A handful like that, maybe a few more. There you go. Great for fire lighting. So it's time for a bit of fire lighting. I've got my old trusty fire piston device. I'm going to put some charred cloth in the end. Just like that. And then rapidly strike it together. Take another piece of charred cloth. And what I'm now going to do is transfer my ember over to my piece of charred cloth, stick it in this tinder bundle, and blow it into a flame. And there you are, firelighting using a fire piston. I'll put a link below. So while that chicken's cooking, I've come out to look for some cedar, little cedar branches like this, which I can't really, there you go. So this is what I'm looking for. Lots of these so I can make a brush to get the marinade onto the chicken. That's all I need, just 5 of these. And then what I'll do is I'll take a stick and I'll attach them to the stick. And there you are. This is the brush I was talking about. So as you know, when you cook a whole chicken, it takes a little bit of time. So we might have about half an hour to wait. I'm hungry. I think Mike, are you hungry?
I'm starving, man. I'm looking forward
Mike's starving. But the achievements what we've done today is we've pretty much almost finished off the shelter. I'm loving this entrance, this grand entrance with the boar hide. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm looking forward to a feast. Maybe have a beer or two with Mike and we'll see what happens. But I'll update you in a short while once the chicken's cooked.
that marinade.
Have a go.
Look. First night in the well, we haven't even been in the wigwam yet, but the food is top notch as usual. Dustin's nailed it.
Thank you very much.
Amber agrees.
Some of these.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these.
Totally forgot about these.
Oh, the pepper. Look at the. Hold on a minute. I'll show these guys. That is. Oh. Amber's going nuts, but that is a slowly roasted pepper, sweet pepper.
They are hot.
And awesome.
Well, the chicken was really tasty. It's now time for something sweet. So I've got a couple of bananas and I've got some pieces of chocolate. I'm thinking about cutting down into the banana, pressing in a few cubes of chocolate, and then using these two sticks. So that's the one that we use for the chicken. Then this is another one. Using two of them, laying over the top of the fire. I'm then able to put my banana like this. And the other one again, but remember, these will have chocolate in them. Over the fire like that. And there'll be hot coals underneath. And, you know, give it 15 minutes. It'll be nice, banana-y, chocolatey goodness. And there we are, simple as that. Leave it 10 minutes and they should be cooked. Sleeping bag, pillow. Oh, look at Amber.
Her bed's there, and she's decided to sleep here.
My bed, Amber's bed, Mike's bed.
Yeah, what was my bed?
Yeah, love it. I'm looking forward to sleeping in here tonight. Anyway, once again, good night. Well, that wasn't too bad. Bit of rain, a couple of raindrops, but nothing to wake me up, well, for long enough for me to not be able to get back to sleep. Cup of tea. Some of you might remember that a few weeks ago I went to China, the mainland China, and well, it was a great trip. If you haven't seen any of the videos, then click back and have a look. I bought some tea when I was there, and I bought this little infuser on eBay the other day, and it arrived, and I've just got this loose tea, really nice, refreshing Chinese tea, loose leaf tea. And the great thing about this stuff is that As you get halfway down the cup, or once you've drunk half of it, you can always just top it up with more water. Normally I'll have sugar and milk in my tea, but with this tea you don't need it at all. Great tea for when you're out camping or sleeping in one of these, you know, makeshift shelters. Yeah, but really enjoyable. And even more enjoyable in my own merch, my own Cookser merch. I'll put a link below. Great way to start the day, absolutely. So we're just packing away, packing everything away, putting stuff back in the car, rolling up all the deer hides, airing out the sleeping bags. And you know what? I think I might stay here for another hour or two. Why? Well, I want to do a bit of basket weaving. Yesterday morning when I arrived, I put some willow, some dried willow into the lake. What I now want to do is take the willow out of the lake and continue making, well, the beginning of a basket. You'll see what I mean when it comes to it. Who remembers the video where I built this chair? Look at it. It was a great effort. Yeah, I did use a few nails. It's not always about using natural cordage, but I just thought using nails on a chair, something that you're going to sit on and move quite often, you really do want it to be secure. And it didn't weigh much, taking 10 or 12 nails with me when I came to building this chair. And what I normally do is take a deer hide, place it on the top like that. Where's my cup of tea? Like that. Cheers and good morning. Look at that. I get up for 10 seconds. What does she do? She takes my spot.
Kicked you out. Jumping up.
Right, well, Mike's about to shoot off. As I just mentioned to you guys, I'm going to stay here for an hour or two and improve my basket weaving skills. But until then, Mike, mate, it's been awesome as usual.
Absolute pleasure. It's been a quality trip again.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you soon, man.
And for another crazy project. You know, we could do another overnighter before we move on to the big project. But as we were talking about last night, there are a few improvements that we're going to do around camp. Maybe cooking improvements, maybe little projects that we want to do before we move on to the next big build. And just so you know, the next big build will be equally, if not, you know, equally as big, if not bigger than the Viking house.
It's a big one.
It'll take a lot of time, effort and skill, but we're not going to rush it. But I think we're not going to do it too soon. We might wait a month or two towards the end of the summer. We'll see what happens.
It's going to be good.
But yeah, Mike, I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
thanks
see you
again.
soon.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, cool.
It was a great success building that.
Yeah, and we learned loads. We learned loads.
We learned loads, yeah.
We're always learning along the way.
And we pretty much stayed dry last night.
Yeah, like I say, just a couple of drips. Like
couple
on
of drips,
face,
yeah.
On my shoulder.
But
I wasn't getting soaked.
Exactly. Anyway, see you guys shortly. Right, well, now that I've had a cup of tea, I feel a bit more awake. Mike's just left. It's now time to go and retrieve my willow from this swamp, this pondweed. No, what's it called? I think it's called duckweed. Duckweed pond swamp. Anyway, my willow's under here. I now just need to grab it. There it is, right there. So there we are, there's the willow. It's been soaking overnight. Now, let's go and make a basket. So when it comes to willow weaving, there's a few things I'm going to need. One is this. I'll talk you through this in a minute. The next thing I need is an axe, and I'll probably also need my knife. Hello. Oh yeah, and the willow, of course. Here's the willow, wet willow. It's full of this duckweed, the pondweed, but don't worry about that. And I need a chair. So to begin with, you want 6 lengths like this. Then for 3 of them, what you do is you take your knife and you split down the middle, right into the middle. So you just quite simply take your knife, put it through and make a gap. Once you've got a gap, you then take one piece of willow, thread it through one of them, through that one, and then through this one. You do that with all 3 of these cross sections. So put that one in there, and this one I will just put in the top. So this will be a very basic demonstration of how to create a small willow basket. Now I'm looking for, what I want now are 2 lengths, approximately half the length of the rod. So I'll just chop this one down. Here's our 2 rods. So now taking these 2 willow rods that I've just cut, thread them through that top gap like this, and then you want to take one, go over the 3 and under the 3, and this one goes under the 3, over the 3. So you can see there I've wrapped it round and there's now 3 rings. What I'll now do is trim these down and then lock them off. So now taking 2 more willow rods, we go behind one, in front of one. You can see these bits, these are the ends of the willow that I just threaded in. Just using my fingernail, just get rid of those. And it really helps if you can grip this and really press everything together to make it nice and tight. Cedar bark cordage, just need it to hold it all together. Tie that round a few times. By tapping it with the axe, with the back of the axe, it just compresses it. It makes it all a bit stronger. Right, there we are. There's our basket. Just need to tidy it up. As I was saying, you don't really want to use a knife. You need like some sort of pruners. It makes it a lot easier. There you are, willow basket. Well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon, I'm not sure when. I might do another overnighter with Mike. We might be back here within the next week or two, doing more, or making more camp improvements. And yeah, so until then, thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.